Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our /Entitled Parents. In today's episode, entitled parent get mad because I brought a ps5, then became racist. Police called. I'm so sick and tired of my dad and uncle treating me like their personal maids. I, 17F, am resisting the urge to punch my brother, 8M, in the face, TW abuse. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled parent get mad because I brought a ps5, then became racist. Police called. So I'm still laughing about this situation. It literally just happened today, August 20th at 9 a.m. Went to Walmart to get some meat and diapers and then went to check the gaming section to see if they had a discount on some games I want. Notice they had the first PS5 I see on the wild since the launch on the cage there. I thought, oh, that's great. I already have one, but I could make some money flipping that or something like this. Called the Walmart associate that can open the cage and he got the unit, and different than other stuff in Walmart you have to pay right there on the electronics section. You can't go to the cashier near the door and pay. $549 paid, got my receipt, and then is where I met Karen and her son. Right after I paid, I turned my cart and I see this boy yelling, "OMG mom, the PS5," and pointing at me. The lady comes and asked me where did I found it. I told her was in the PlayStation cage, but I believe it was the only one they had. And we had this conversation. K equals Karen, M equals me, SC equals spoiled child. K, so you said this is the last unit? I believe so, ma'am, you can ask the Walmart guy there. He overheard and yelled, "Nah, that was the last one, we just got 2 units. SC, but mom, it's been 2 years of you telling me you would get me a PS5. K, so don't you want to give me yours? You're like 30 and my son will use way more than you. Nah, I'm sorry, but I already paid for it. Good luck in your search though. K, you did not pay for it. You're not even near the cashiers. Your people don't even play video games. Excuse me? My people what? What do you mean my people? K, Mexicans. I know you guys. Your accent is horrible, BTW. At this moment I thought I should pull my phone because I knew where this was going. I've seen in the internet many times, but I never expected that would happen in a small town in New Hampshire, lol. First of all, I'm not Mexican, secondly we're done here. I paid for the unit and it's mine. You can throw a tantrum but nothing will change. Good luck. SC jumps on the ground and begun to kick the living hell of the floor. K, you're a piece of trash. My son needs this and I'm taking. You're not even from here. Sand and asterisk. This is new, never heard that before by the way. The dude from Walmart that helped me getting the console from the cage is black. I think he thought she called him the N-word for some reason. And he start yelling at her like Karen GTFO. Karen puts her hand on my PS5 and I instantly push her away. She started to yell that I assaulted her and people called the cops. She kept saying I was a sand N-word and calling me steroid user and some other shit. I just moved away and wait for the cops to arrive. The cop who got there was Hispanic. I tell him what happened and show the receipt of the console that I purchased with my own credit card. Walmart dude was total king and was on my side the whole way. She got angry and called me sand N-word one more time in the front of the cops and they put her in cuffs. Asked if I wanted to press charges and I was like yes, of course. Went back and tipped the Walmart dude $50 because he literally got my back completely, and because I actually pushed the lady. Being a 6 feet 2 inches dude, it could been bad for me. So that's my Saturday morning. If someone wanna buy a PS5 Horizon Edition in North Mass/NH, let me know. Edit 1, thanks for all the kind of words. I didn't expect this to blow up, lol. Able to sell the console to someone on my town via a Facebook group. Made $50, tried to not scalp the shit out of it. Never buying something to flip again. Reddit wants to murder me. Man. That is wild. Kudos on finding a PS5 though, the aftermarket price for it can be ridiculous. Yeah, if the lady wanted to buy from me and was nice, I probably would sell by the same 550. But she was a jerk from the get-go. I would say something about Karen's insult, but years ago, comedian Margaret Cho, when called something nasty by a stranger who couldn't tell the difference between someone of Chinese heritage and someone of Korean heritage, said it better than I years ago. It goes something like this: if you are going to speak the language of hate, at least get the insults right. I imagine while in jail, Karen will have all sorts of lovely opportunities to learn about diversity and the difference between groups of people who aren't her. And no doubt some of those lessons will end in stitches or at least a black eye or two. Ha ha ha, definitely. I doubt she will go to prison though. As for the insult, I was laughing hard because I'm actually Brazilian and that was new to me. I loved everything about this story. Except the part where you bought a PS5 to flip, which is literally the fucking entire reasons there's a shortage of PS5s. I hope you have to sell it at a loss. You're a POS for buying the PS5 for scalping purposes, but Karen is as well for racism. I'm so sick and tired of my dad and uncle treating me like they're personal maids. My dad forces me to cook for him literally every single day, and he hasn't once cooked for himself. I have to wash the salad and cook whatever meat or bread or beans or whatever he gets. And I have to drag his table to his chair and serve him his tea. On top of that, I have to clean literally every room in the house, minus my brother's room, although I used to be forced to clean it. And not only do I have to clean my bedroom, but I have to clean the kitchen, the living room, and bathroom with no help. And my dad makes me clean his table despite the fact it's literally his own table that he uses every day, and when I ask him why do I have to clean everything when it's all of our house and all of us should clean, not only me, he got really mad and said that it's not that. Then what is it? Why am I the only one expected to clean? It's our entire house. And my dad doesn't give me any reasons and answers as to why I am the only one expected to do all the cleaning, and he just responds with anger and no answers. And every time my uncle comes to our house, I am expected to bring him a plate with his food and a drink, then after a while I am expected to bring him ice cream. I can't take it anymore. But when I complain about this on some other subreddits, I get downvoted and people tell me off and say that kids should be able to cook for their parents. No. Parents and the children should cook for themselves. I am so tired of enablers on Reddit excusing lazy parents who treat their kids like servants. Weaponized incompetence. Make his dinners tasteless. No salt. Too much salt. Too much red pepper. Underdone or overdone meat. Too much sugar or not enough in the tea. Or add a bit of some unexpected spice to it. Always remove your portion before you add the extras, or just put it in his. Otherwise, move out if you can. This is exactly what I thought too. You don't serve him bad food, just food that's bad. Info: how old are you? And are you male or female? If you're a female, your dad does it because he's a misogynistic POS. If you're not, he's just very lazy and favors your brother. Either way, it's not okay, and I'm sorry you are going through this. Unless the chores get shared, only do your stuff in part of communal areas. Do your own meal and he can make his own. Personally, I'd be looking at moving out as soon as possible. I, 17F, am resisting the urge to punch my brother, 8M, in the face. TW abuse. Oof, this is gonna be a long one, so please bear with me. Throughout my childhood, I have suffered from physical and verbal abuse from my father. I think it started from 8 years old. My father would hit me whenever he felt like it, such as when I refused to go to the park with him, and when I refused to wear a dress. Those happened when I was 9 or 10. Most of the time he would hit me when I lost my match in my sport. Not going to specify, he would usually hit me using a cane or just throw stuff at me. He would also call me a useless piece of garbage most of the time. I was basically forced into this sport because it was something he couldn't do when he was a child. I never liked this sport, but he even wanted me to go professional. This changed when I was 12 and my parents got a foreign coach to live with me in an apartment and coach me full-time. I pulled out of middle school and only did online classes, which really effed my studied up. But worst of all, this coach made 2 years of my life a living hell. I would train 7 hours a day 7 days a week. In the addition, he would abuse me physically and verbally every single day. Once, I went to a tournament with him and lost a match. He slapped me in the face multiple times till I started bleeding, and kicked me on the floor. My stomach hurt so much I couldn't eat. My parents knew about all the abuse but didn't do shit cause my dad wanted me to climb the ranks in my sport. After 2 years I got a pretty decent rank and the coach went back. My dad started treating me much better, the abuse got much lesser and he started trying to change for the better. One thing that I'm furious about is that I have a brother 9 years younger than me and he is living my dream life. When I was his age my schedule would be filled with activities that I couldn't be back home till 8 p.m. Now he finishes school at 1 and watches TV throughout the day. My parents doesn't send him to activities cause they figured out it was pretty useless and didn't help me much. It was as though I am a guinea pig to them. My dad is much calmer now, so my brother won't have to go through any of the shit I went through, and this makes me so sick. The fact my brother is an absolute asshat does not make it any better. He would yell at my mom and get whatever he wants. Once I started playing video games to have a bit of fun and asked my mom if she could give me $5 to purchase something in it. She said I was addicted and should stop. My brother asked her if he could spend $50 on Roblox and she agreed. Honestly, WTF. My dad would buy my brother a shit ton of toys on his birthday, but I remember my dad didn't get me presents last time because he already did so much for me. I asked my dad once if my brother is going to go through the same path as me, but dad said that he was old and tired. My brother should just play casually whilst going to school to get a scholarship, something I always wanted, but dad only gave me the option to play the sport full-time or go to school full-time. I chose to play because I knew he would be mad. My mom is the only one that treats me nice and I love her, but she has been only dedicating her time to my brother and I feel so lonely now. I don't have friends because I don't go to school. I was always the straight-A student, but now I don't even know if I can survive in college because of this sick fantasy my dad wanted me to fulfill. We are considered upper middle class in my country and my dad owns a few luxury cars. My dream was always to get into an Ivy League school, and one of the coaches from Columbia University contacted me to say they were interested. I was so happy and told my dad, but he said I should try to get a scholarship instead. But he could afford Porsches? That absolutely broke me. My tipping point was when I asked my mom to go out for lunch to spend time with her, but she obviously had to bring my brother along. He ordered fried chicken, but due to his rotten spoiled mouth he needs to spit the fat out. So he was biting the chicken and constantly trying to spit the fat out. I got so mad I was about to punch him in the face. Guys, I can't do this anymore. My brother is living the life Eve never had with a sane father and a mom that loves him so much. I need advice. Should I just go to a college in the US and just never return? How do I deal with this hate and jealousy I have towards my brother? But damn, getting a green card is tough. You should leave and go to college in the US. Then when you graduate, change your phone number and cut off all contact with your family. Your parents will get their punishment when your brother grows up and treats them like shit. And yes, your mother is just as bad as your dad because she didn't help you when your dad was abusing you and her favoritism towards your brother. Thank you. I never knew that my mom was also a part of the problem because she treated me well. I guess I'm just not used to the bare minimum. I will try to cut off contact with my dad, but probably not my mom once I'm financially stable. I am really sorry that your sperm donor has put you through all this. I am wondering if your mom was afraid of him and that is why she never stopped him being abusive towards you. I can understand that you feel that your little brother gets to live the life you should have had. It may be a good idea to get therapy for all the abuse you suffered. I would try to go to college in the USA so that you haven't got to deal with your sperm donor or your little brother. That way you can meet good people who will help you heal from all the abuse you suffered. Go now with your sperm donor as he has not been a father to you. Remain in contact with your mother, that is, if you are happy to do so. All the best for the future and I hope that you have a great 2024. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.